We're out here at Downs Lake, out here by Cheney, doing some pre-spawn largemouth. Water temperatures like 53, 54 degrees. And I'm going to go over some of the tips and tactics we did today and go over some of the gear choices. Oh, you're not a big boy like I thought you were, but you know, good quality washing and largemouth out here in Downs Lake.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice little chunky guy. Once again on the Yamamoto Senko. Wacky rigged with the new Yamamoto, or the new Gamakatsu Wacky Rig hook. Nice little chunky largemouth. The first technique we used out here on Downs Lake, which caught a majority of our fish, we didn't have any big guys, but we caught tons of 2.5 pound fish. This lake's packed with them. Now, one of my favorite baits for pre-spawn bass fishing is the Yamamoto Senko. Now, the Yamamoto Senko can be rigged either Texas rig or Wacky rig. We specifically did it Wacky rig. Now, I'll explain how we set up this Wacky rig. Take the O-ring off here. Now what we use is the O-ring stick here. Have the little plastic O-ring. Have your O-rings set up like this, and take the Senko, stick the Senko into the pen, and then roll the O-ring over the top of the pen on the Senko body. Now you have your O-ring. Now you have your O-ring on the Senko. I take the Gamakatsu K Wacky hook. This is the Gamakatsu Wacky Weedless Wacky hook. It's new the past couple years. It's got a nice little weedless design, and it's used the shiner hook, which is a very high percentage hookup. This hook is super sharp, and you don't really have to set the hook too hard. It's the perfect hook for wacky rigging. What you just do is you're going to take that O-ring, put it in the middle of the Senko, and all you gotta do is stick that hook point into that ring, and you're good to go. That Wacky Rig Senko lasts 10 times longer than trying to hook it through the plastic without using an O-ring. The gear that I use mainly for Wacky Rig Senkos is a Lamaglass 724. The Lamaglass 724 is a medium heavy. You want a medium heavy fast action rod so you can set the hook and move the fish into the boat. Something sensitive so you're able to feel that fish take the Senko. I use 12-pound Suffix fluorocarbon. You want something that you're able to see, that watch your line for those bites. A lot of bites come on the line watching. We also want something sensitive and strong. And then of course the Gamakatsu Wacky hook. This is a 2/0 design. They make I believe from size 1 to 3/0 in the Wacky Weedless Wacky hook design. Now color choices for this time of year, especially and when it's sunny out, I like going with a watermelon red, watermelon, green pumpkin colors, natural colors. Then when you're going into more of your overcast conditions, I like throwing more your June bug, your black and blue, the darker colors. So those really are kind of our color selections for today, but mainly today we've been catching them on watermelon green, or watermelon red flake, green pumpkin, those darker natural colors. And I'll explain later how we're going to set up a Texas rig Senko. Now I'm going to discuss the Texas rig way to rig a Senko. And it's the Yamamoto 6-inch Senko here. You have a 3/0 Gamakatsu EWG hook. Okay. Now the way we're going to rig it, we're going to take the hook, go through the flat top part of the Senko, stick it into where the hook bends. I'm going to pop it out. Now what we're going to do is thread it up the hook shank up to where it notches. See that notch right there? Now you're going to line up where the bottom hook shank should enter the worm, and we're going to stick the hook shank directly through the Senko. And then what it's called, the new term for it is Texposing. We're going to have this hook exposed on top. the thing is we're actually going to take the plastic and we're going to stick the hook point inside that plastic, making it completely weedless. You're able to cast it and the weeds without getting hung up. It's a kind of a nice little different presentation than the Wacky Rig, and it doesn't get hung up as much, especially when you're fishing in areas like we are today that have a ton of vegetation and lily pads. So it keeps you from getting hung up. You can cast it in some more places, especially if the fish are deeper in cover. For more information, you can visit www.nickbarfishing.com for more informational videos, tips and tactics articles, and some product reviews. Also, if you want to take a guided trip, my guide service Washington Bass Adventures, guiding all throughout eastern Washington from spring through fall.
Or learn how to arm wrestle with me, Jared Walker.
All the tackle we used today on our informational video on Cinco fishing can be found at www.basstackledepot.com. Also, you can find them on Facebook and like their page for some awesome deals. Thanks for joining us on the water today, and look back to see you guys soon.